Hey there crew, it's Mark, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how to use flake stickers in a functional way inside of your bullet journal. Whether you want flake stickers or just sticker sheets, it's always interesting to try to find new and fun ways to use stickers. But for me personally, I like to make sure that my pages are functional, not just looking pretty. So we're going to talk about the layout of the page first, talking about how we're going to position these stickers onto the pages to find the best solution for what we're trying to accomplish, and then we'll finally set up the entire page for ourselves, getting everything looking really nice and tight for this week. There are a lot of different types of stickers out there. I kind of break them up into kind of two categories. We have our page stickers, right? That's going to be the sticker sheet that you get that has a bunch of different designs on it that you pull off and use. And then we also have flake stickers. And what flake stickers are essentially are pre-cut out stickers. They do have a plastic backing or a paper backing on them already, so they're more used as individuals versus this. What's cool about flake stickers is that they do come in collections. I have a whole bunch of them from Eric Small Things, one of my favorite creators, and I just love it because, you know, there's multiples of the same sticker in there. This has 54 pieces inside of this pack alone, and then you just find different layouts and things that you like, and you keep collecting them. Essentially what I've done with it. On one of the last episodes of the Planner Pals podcast, Jess and I actually talked about different places that you can get inspiration from, and especially if you're not sure what you want to do for a week and you have a lot of other stationery, washi tape, stickers can really help set the theme. And that's one of the things I really love about flake stickers is that for the most part, they're already in a bit of a themed order together. The other good thing is that Eric Small Things has a style to her. So what I've been able to do is kind of pick and choose from different collections that we have, and everything kind of looks cohesive. Also, I found these little gold elements to a lot of them too. So it kind of brings them all together without everything having to be ultra matchy-matchy. And then I can find things that I like for the page. Something that I always do before I start creating my page is kind of sketching out what I think it's going to look like or what I need it to do. So I like using whiteboards for this because I can just reuse them over and over again. So essentially there are a few elements that I always like to have on my pages. I like to have a 5-day overview. That's really important for me. That's always going to be Monday through Friday. That's when I'm using my bullet journal the most. So I always like to include that. I also need to have a place for capacity numbers, and I use that for my team. I'll link in the descriptions below the video that talks more about how I utilize those capacity numbers. I did a whole video for you, and I'll also pop it up in a card for you if you're interested in that as well. Really important, those notes and those tasks, because that's really what I'm doing a lot of inside of my bullet journal more than anything, is making sure that I'm capturing those notes, what's going on, things that I have to accomplish and things that I have to do. Depending on my space, some people might try to track habits. I know something that I've been trying to do a lot more is to try to track my pens and inks. What pen am I using? What ink am I using? Especially as you go back through bullet journals and things in the future, kind of looking back on the past and saying, oh, I forgot that I like that combination of that pen and that ink or whatever that might be. Others might track things like the weather. Again, if it's something that you like to look back on. I also like to do sometimes like my top 3 or like my big 3. What are those big 3 things that I want to accomplish in that week? And you can pick and choose what you want that layout to look like as you're planning things out. Because these flake stickers are a little bit bigger, I know that I'm going to have to create the space on my page, especially when I'm utilizing some of these for the days of the week, for instance, so that Monday through Friday that I'm looking for. I can do this on the left or the right, but I find the easiest thing to do really is probably going to be to break my page up into 6 squares. That way I have all of the days of the week that I need to capture here for myself. And then what I can do is either I can do a weekend here, I can do a tracker here if I want to. It's really up to me, but this leaves kind of an open free space for me if I want to. I have a team of 13 individuals, so I typically like to pick either just a long vertical space for capacity or a large horizontal space for capacity. This week, since I'm using some of those flake stickers, what I'm going to do is actually utilize this horizontal space for that. So I'll have one of the stickers here, and then I'll go ahead and create all the spaces I need for my team members here. That leaves this big open space. And essentially, because I don't know exactly what's happening in the week, just a little bit, I'm going to do a space over here for my tasks, and I'm going to do a space over here for my notes. So now it's time to grab my pencil and start to sketch things out a little bit. So I've gone ahead and I've laid everything out typically where I want it to go, just following along with my general wireframing sketch of what I wanted this to look like. We're going to be doing our days of the week over here with an open space down here in the bottom. So we'll do Monday through Friday. And then over here, I end up doing my capacity nice and big over here. And then I just broke this up into 2 columns, similar to what I sketched out here, but I went with a little bit of a different visual. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Whenever I'm creating pages for myself, I like to keep things pretty easy. So a lot of the times you'll see me easily split pages just into halves or into thirds. That's why I put these smart marks in this journal. This is the one that I created with Archer and Olive called Marked. And I put those in here so you can easily find your center and how to break your page down into thirds if you want to. So that's what I've done here on the right-hand side where we have the days of the week. I split my page in half and then I went ahead and broke it down into thirds. And that's going to give me those 6 spaces that we talked about, Monday through Friday, with an open space down here in the bottom corner where I mentioned I'm going to track some of the different materials that I use to create this page, mostly in the pen and the ink that I'm using because I really like the way that that looks. Over here on the left-hand side, we have a big area over here for our notes and our tasks, and we've got this big top section here for our capacity that I track for my team as well. I decided to get a little fun with some of the fonts here and did like the stacked look because I have this big sticker here in the top corner, which really kind of helps set the space. I wanted to create something a little bit more fun with the lettering as well. So for capacity, notes, and tasks, I just stacked the letter. So we've got capacity over here stacked nice and perfectly. However, notes and tasks wasn't exactly even. We have 5 letters instead of 6. So I just have a little extra space here. Then I got to thinking, like, what could I use to kind of draw all of this in, even if I just use a black marker for that. And I remembered that inside of my bullet journal notebooks, they come with stickers now, and there's a little gold circle sticker here. So that's what's going to go ahead right here after I do my lettering. So it'll still keep within the general theme of what we have going on here, but it's not the main driver. I just thought, I have it, let's go ahead and use it. So before I put any ink onto this page, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set down all of the stickers that I have because I'm going to work around the sticker space. They are the centerpiece of this. Now I have these little craft tweezers. I did not know how important these were going to be in my life until I got them. And I was like, oh, this just makes so much sense. If you're not great with small pieces, like me, you can't pick stickers off of here easily, you can use them to pull them off of here. Now what's cool about the flake stickers, they actually feel very much like washi stickers. And I like that because that means if I need to reposition, I have a better chance of doing that. Now what you can also do with these tweezers, and this is another thing that I've come to love, is use them as like a little extra pair of hands for yourself to find your placement of where you want to put your sticker. And that way it just makes it a lot easier to sit it down as well. To help make sure that I don't make any mistakes where I'm placing these stickers, I have put some little marks on my page to show me where the top of the columns are because I am leaving spaces in between each of these boxes. This is why I always like to start in pencil first because all of those can be erased, but having those grid lines on my page is just super helpful for spacing. Honestly, anything that I can do to try to reduce mistakes, I'm all about it. This one sticker has this little enjoy piece up here and it does go a little bit above the line. I'm okay with it, but the other thing to know is that if you want, you can always trim around your stickers too. If you have things on there that you don't really like or want to use, you just get rid of it. I absolutely love that these are so easy to reposition. As you saw, I had a lot of trouble with that one over there trying to get it lined up just right. So these flake stickers are premium. Love that so much. The other thing that I didn't mention, the other reason I love using stickers, is that I don't have to draw anything. The only thing I have to do is write out days of the week, and I'm totally okay with that. So for my fine lining, I'm going to be using the Tom Studio pen that I have. This is the Lumos. What I love about the Lumos pen is that you can change out the tips of your fine liners if you want to. So right now I have the 1.0 inside of here, but you have everything all the way down to a 0.1, like a super fine point if you want to. It all depends on what you like. I actually have a few of these Lumos pens. I'm an affiliate with them, so sometimes they send me some goodies. And I've just put different sizes in here, and it's really been awesome because you fill these with fountain pen ink, so you get whatever color you want to use. I love them so much. They're so cool. The way we're going to be using this is I'm just going to be tracing over the letters that I have over here. We also have the dots that I have set in here for my capacity. And then we are going to also create the days of the week over here on the side, Monday through Friday, leaving this bottom space open here for the pen that I'll be using this week, which we'll talk about in just a few moments. I think one of the best things about using pencil first, especially when you are thinking about and planning out a space, is that you can even do your lettering in that as well. And that way you can work out the way you want your letters to look, or if they're too big or too small or don't quite work out in the space, it's much easier to erase them and fix them with that pencil than trying to go in with a pen and then realizing later on that you've run out of space or they weren't working quite exactly how you wanted them to. I don't do it for everything, but anything where I'm doing stacked or special type of lettering, I do. But for other days of the week, like on the right-hand side of the page, I don't worry about it there. I know how to write the days of the week, so I'm good. We just have some small details we need to do to finish out our page. We're going to use these gold circles here for the extra space that we had for notes and for tasks. I'm so glad that I thought about using these in here. I had no idea how I was ever going to use any of those shapes, and this was just perfect. And then we also just have to mark out the dots that we have for each of the individuals' names and their capacity number underneath the capacity section. The pen that I'm going to be using this week is a new one that I just got from Ferris Press. This is called the Joule. This pen specifically runs for $180. It is a part of their limited edition 15-year anniversary. But we open it up and this is going to fit in with the ink we're using as well. Blue Revelry is one of the new colors that they just introduced last month. So the outside of this pen is this beautiful blue color with a very, very nice but not overly gaudy shimmer that you can kind of see on there a little bit. We have these beautiful gold accents, and then when we open up the pen, you'll see just the detail in the pen itself. It has all of this beautiful etching on the handle where you hold the pen. The nib is a dual colored with more intricate details on there. Ferris Press, the name, 15 years, as well as the size of it as well. Now I'm matching this up with the matching ink, Blue Revelry, a beautiful dark blue color that we're going to see, and it also just has some of this amazing shimmer inside of here. I don't know what it is about writing with these types of fountain pens because they look so fancy that I feel like I have to write in cursive when I do it. Of course, when I write inside of my bullet journal, I just write in regular print, so it's not going to look anything as fancy as this, but especially with this pen, it just looks so nice. I felt like it needed. So I'm just going to track down the name of the pen brand, the name of the pen itself. The nib size on this one is a medium, and I'm going to create a small little swatch over here for this Blue Revelry color. Now I use this ink because it's brand new, not realizing that that shimmer that's in there actually matches pretty nicely with the gold little accents that we have on the rest of this page. So this is our full page that we've created this week utilizing stickers functionally inside of the bullet journal. We mostly use them as headers on all of our main sections over here, and then really keeping it simple with the titles, just using regular print font, black fine liners, and then accenting with a few little extra stickers that we had here. So utilizing stickers in your planner doesn't have to be overcomplicated. We kept things relatively simple. It looks more involved than it actually is because the stickers are doing all of the work for you. Really, we just easily gridded out this page thinking about the spaces that we needed and then just utilize the squares and counting things out a bit to create the rest of that space. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below if you use stickers in your planner, if you've ever been skeptical about trying, but maybe now you feel a bit more comfortable. Drop a comment down below and let me know how you feel about stickers inside of your planners and how you have or may want to use them in the future. All right, crew, it's awesome to be able to bring some of these Plan With Me's back. I've been wanting to do them for a while, but had to find the right reason to do it. So definitely thumbs up and like. Let me know if you like this type of content. I will bring more of it if you like it, and I'll talk to you next time, friends. See ya.